Well, you folks know who I am, and you folks know what I do. And, every now and then I forget to turn on the sound. But for those of you that are new, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. This is the Christian Whistleblower channel, coming to you live from the heartland of America, right to your heart with a message that's intended to unindoctrinate you, teach you to be your own guru, guide your own spirit, and master your own ascension. Hello in Brooklyn. Nice to see you here. And I tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, this is some good news that we have for you tonight. This is some gospel. Gospel being defined as good news. And that's what we're about, is good news. Because if you ain't preaching good news, I don't know what you're preaching, but it ain't the gospel. And I ain't got time for nothing but gospel. I got time for nothing but good news. That's why I come to you, wall to wall, treetop tall, 10 feet tall and bulletproof, coast to coast, border to border, locked and loaded and ready to rock and roll. Why AI will lose. Even in our very own chat room, ladies and gentlemen, we had someone say that I'm not so sure that we haven't already been beaten by AI. I'm sure. And I know there's a lot of people in the conspiratorium, in the truth movement, and I'm not so certain. See, that's if you're not sure or certain, you're not certain. It's a combination word. That's okay. I can make up my own words. I've been doing this long enough to have that clearance. I'm not certain if the truth movement is not almost a diversion in its entirety, because most of the people within the truth movement, I'm convinced, still work for the Matrix. Most of them don't know it, but they do. And maybe we'll talk about that someday. It is on the whiteboard. This is a spiritual war. Saved and baptized, the 1-2 punch to seal you in. How long will they cry wolf? And today we're talking about the one that's on the whiteboard. We're also going to bring sexy back. We're going to talk about sex, power in the Garden of Eden, the Pope rivalry. Who are the Pleiadians? He couldn't even save himself. Gates, 3 or 5, the twisted Trinity versus mankind. Is 3D the Trinity? Lots of good stuff up there, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of good stuff up there. And we are ready, folks, to give you nothing but gospel, nothing but good news, nothing but good truth, because it's good times, it's powerful times, and we are rocking and rolling towards some real awakening here. So let's talk about this thing about, we do need to create a secret little dance. Let's talk about this, why AI will lose. I'm going to show you something, and I don't often go by what other people say or what other people think, but I was very, very inspired to read this particular article, and I was inspired because of the person that is doing the talking. And we know about Silicon Valley. We know about the people there. It's not really a enlightened industry. It's certainly not a place that lends itself to people that are given to breaking the fear and guilt control matrix. It's almost given to those that are making the fear and guilt control matrix. But here comes self-made billionaire Jack Ma, and I don't even know if we can really say that he's from Silicon Valley. What do they call the Chinese version of Silicon Valley? Somebody says he looks AI. Don't be hating. Self-made billionaire. I mean, that's 3 words right there, ladies and gentlemen. Self-made billionaire. $46 billion. $46 billion. Shut up, Gary. And he says that you'll need one rare skill to succeed in the age of machines. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that Jack Ma is right. He had a big debate with Elon Musk. Elon Musk said he was wrong. I say Jack Ma is right. I say Jack Ma is bringing a message of hope, a message of inspiration, and it's a message that I'm buying. And I know a lot of people, oh, Jeff, you're so stupid. I was in high tech. I know I have an iPhone. Well, as soon as you are worth $46 billion and have a company bigger than Amazon, maybe I'll listen to you. But until then, somebody says he looks like a priest. You got to remember, he's Chinese. They dress differently over there. That ain't priest. That's just Chinese stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And Jack Ma says that if you want to succeed in the world today, if you want to be respected in the world today, and if you want to be successful in the world today, regardless of what you're doing, whether you're doing what I do or doing what you do or doing something in between, the only time this doesn't matter is if you're doing doo-doo or nothing. But Jack Ma says you need LQ. Now, we're all about IQ. Everybody knows what IQ is. They talk about IQ. They talk about EQ, which is emotional intelligence. But what about this thing that Jack Ma, did I mention he's worth $46 billion? And I guarantee you, Jack Ma don't give a shit what you think about his haircut or his clothes. And neither do I, and I don't even have $46 million. But anyway, the LQ, says Jack Ma, and this is the key to it all, ladies and gentlemen. The LQ is the quotient of love, which machines never have, says Jack Ma. Machines will never have love. They'll never have the LQ. And all of you people that want to sound the alarm, and all of you people that want to say AI is already taken over, and all of you people that out one side of your mouth want to say gloom and doom about AI, out of the other side of your mouth, you'll want to say love is the most powerful thing in the world. And I ask you, is it or is it not? Don't tell me what you believe. Show me what you believe. I can tell what you believe by watching what you do. I don't need so much of this when I can watch what you're doing. They used to say back in church, don't preach me a sermon, show me a sermon. Or I can't hear what you're saying because what you're doing is drowning out your voice. I like that. I can't hear what you're saying because what you're doing is drowning out your voice. Actions speak louder than words. I know, Carly, but I can't hear what you're saying because what you're doing is drowning out your words, ladies and gentlemen. Ma believes that no matter how smart machines are becoming, he believes that no matter how advanced AI becomes, that the world's most biggest and most pressing problems will not be solved by the machine, but by smart humans with the capacity for compassion, understanding, and love. And as Tracy just alluded to Jack Ma, love is the secret weapon or the secret sauce that will outthink machines and drive them and drive our progress. Ma says that the machine does not have heart, it does not have soul, and it does not have belief. Human beings have the souls, have the belief, have the value. We're creative. We are showing that we can control the machines, he said. How about that? And I'm amazed because this guy's from a communist country, an atheistic country, a country that is purportedly or tries to make its people godless and atheistic. But, dudes, Chinese Jack Ma saying that the thing that will carry us in the end is having heart. The thing that will carry us in the end is having soul. The thing that will carry us in the end is belief, passion. And that these things cannot be duplicated. These things cannot be replicated. And they will forever give us the upper hand over machines. I've been saying this for years, ladies and gentlemen. I've been excited to see all of these energetic weapons come rolling out from the dark state, from the dark left, from the cabal. Because I've told you over and over again that the reason why they're doing this is that they're trying to duplicate what we have inherently. They're trying to duplicate our heart. They're trying to duplicate our soul. They're trying to duplicate, ladies and gentlemen, our passion. They're trying to duplicate that undefinable something that makes us human, and they haven't been able to do it, and they're not going to be able to do it. If you want to run scared from the AI and you want to believe these people that says, oh, it's going to be horrible, oh, it's going to be terrible, that's on you. I'm telling you that the machines will never rise so far that they'll be able to make heart obsolete. The machines will never rise so high that they'll be able to make soul obsolete. The machines will never rise so high that they can make creativity, that they can make passion. They will never rise so high that they can make humanity. And I forgot the word that I've been using, obsolete. We will never be made obsolete because we're divine, we're sovereign, we're free, and machines never will be. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ma heads up the Amazon of China. It's called Alibaba. It's the 6th largest retailer in the world. And he's been campaigning for LQ and a higher love in business for a few years, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but how do we know that he's not trying to trick us? How do I say this without sounding like I'm scolding? How long have we been in this so-called truth movement? I hate that term. From now on, I'm just going to say unindoctrinated, the unindoctrination movement. How long have you been in the truth movement and you still can't tell if somebody's telling you the truth or not? You want to tell me how long you've been woke, how long you've been awake, how many conferences you've been to. You want to tell me about this and tell me about that, but you still say, but what if he's lying? Don't you know if he's lying? Can't you tell? And if you can't, what worth is there in what you're doing? If your truth, if your wokeness doesn't get you to the place where you can decide where you can know what's real and what's not real, it ain't working, cousin. Hit the reset button, start over. I feel the ring of truth in this, whether he's trying to use it, regardless of how he's trying to use it. It's true. The love quotient, the LQ, gives us the ascendancy over machines forever. They'll never take us over because they can't. They can't duplicate humanity. They can't replicate humanity, and they can't make humanity obsolete. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you get it? They can't manufacture divine. We have the spark of divinity within us. You can't create that. We have the kingdom of God within us. You can't duplicate that. And if you don't believe that, then you're in the wrong place, and you don't deserve the name truther. You don't deserve the qualifier woke. You're broke, spiritually broke, busted, disgusted. And you should find the nearest exit and go hang out with some people that want to talk gloom and doom, because this is top shelf possibility gospel good news radio here, ladies and gentlemen. Ma introduced the idea of LQ back in Hong Kong in 2016, according to this article, when he encouraged leaders to go beyond high IQs, go beyond high EQs. Even, listen to this. How do you know he's real, man? Even when dealing with conflict, rivals, and resistance in foreign markets. What he's saying is you can become a money machine, but what's the use of that? If you're not contributing to the rest of the world, there's no LQ. And that won't replace the bottom line. Even if you possess high IQ and high EQ, you'll lack the LQ, the love quotient. You will not be respected. Respect the future. Respect the people. From a Chinese. Dude, this is good stuff. There's another spiritual technology with which I'm aware that refers to this as what's it called? Exchange in abundance. This is what he's talking about. Love quotient, exchange in abundance. Love quotient, respect, love, give back, service to others. Exchange in abundance is like this. If you hire me to paint your wall for $10 an hour, and I go in there and I paint for an hour, I finish your wall, you give me $10. That is an equal exchange. If I go in there and you pay me $10, I go in there, I sit around for 40 minutes, slop the paint up on the wall just to get it finished in 20. That's called unequal exchange. I didn't give you an hour's worth of labor for an hour's work of remuneration. That means payment. There's a word for you to learn. Now, if you gave me $10 to paint your wall, and I went in there, taped it all off, painted your wall, make sure I didn't get anything on your carpet, and then painted an extra wall at no charge, that would be called exchange in abundance. I went above and beyond what was expected. And guess what? Next time you need walls painted, who are you going to call? You going to call the unequal exchange guy? No. You going to call the equal exchange guy? Maybe. But if there's a guy that's doing exchange in abundance, if there's a guy that's moving an LQ, that's who you're going to call. And if you got a YouTube channel that you can feel the LQ coming at you, where you can feel the exchange in abundance coming to you. Oh, don't make too many videos. Make them want more. That ain't LQ. That ain't exchange in abundance. You know what people are coming at you with. You know what people are bringing to you. I know this idea is a little bit cryptic. I know it's hard to define it. But what we're trying to do is solve big problems through more loving solutions. And I know that some of you, that just blows your circuit. You can't figure it out. You're just trying to keep your head above water. And I'm talking about helping the other guy and the other girl keep her head above water at the same time. Jeff, it just can't be done. No, it can't be done by you because I done been doing it, dude. That's right. We've been doing it. People like stem cells are doing it, giving away free treatments and changing people's life. Go to my website, StemLight logo, click on it. You'll get 20% off your stem cell treatment. If you are a doctor and you want to offer stem cells to your patients and partner with the National Football League Alumni Association's partner in stem cells, go to southernstem.com. If you want to smell like a pro, get in touch with my sponsor in soap, which is Hero Soap. Let freedom clean. It's on my website. You get a great discount. Verve CBD. It's on my website. You get a great discount. Fluffy. You get a great discount. A free month. Mistech. You get a great discount. 20%. JeffreyDaugherty.com. All of those companies are an example of exchange in abundance. Why would we give you 20% off when you'd be happy with 10? Because we're using a love quotient. We're using exchange in abundance. We're giving back. We're trying to help. We actually believe what we're doing. We're not just selling stuff. Here's some ways that this writer, and this writer's name, this is an Inc. magazine. The writer is Marcel Schwantes. Marcel says that some ways that he thinks as he investigated Ma's interpretation and understandings, Left him with several takeaways. Number one, love by being a teacher to the student. A good teacher always expects his students to do better than him. What about these people when you start getting better than them, they start getting mad at you and start taking shots at you? That's not a love quotient. That's not an exchange in abundance. I've helped several people start their YouTube channels, and we're bringing in people with small YouTube channels, hoping that they'll get bigger than our channel. We want those that follow us to do better than we do, because that means we're all doing better. Love by always endeavoring to know who is better than you and learn from them instead of trying to tear them down. You always hear me say, I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. I go out of my way to not be the smartest guy in the room. And that's really not that difficult for me, to be honest with you. But that's why I hang around people that are smarter than me. And if I find out that you're not, I probably won't be hanging around with you very much anymore. I want people that pull me up, not tear me down. I want people that stretch my boundaries, not try to get me into a bunker mentality. I want somebody that figures out how can we bring them in instead of how can we do an us versus them mentality. Oh, you can't work with the flat earthers. You can't work with them. I want to find ways. I want to find ways. Love by sharing your knowledge and expect the other person to be better. Love by hiring people who show potential to be better than you. Train them. I like that. Measure your success not by your worth, but by how many problems you have solved and how many people you've helped in the world. These are things, ladies and gentlemen, that literally do not compute. Some of you bio-based bot forms can't even get it through your craniums. Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. Jeff, how do I know he's not lying to us? I don't know. I don't know. It's just not for me. You know what? Maybe it's not, because it's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to change the world. Some are just going along for the ride. All I ask is that you be with us or get the hell out of the way. That's all I ask. And you can also be against us, because I can transmute and use that energy. That's always helpful as well. Lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. AI doesn't have the capacity for exchange in abundance. AI doesn't have the capacity for love quotient. AI doesn't have the capacity for service to others. AI doesn't have the capacity to want to see itself not only duplicated, but exceeded. AI doesn't have that Rex Bear mentality of let's help other channels get started. AI doesn't have that Rocky Stucci-ness about it that says let's help other people. Let's do what we can. AI doesn't have that. And it never will. AI doesn't have heart. AI doesn't have soul. AI doesn't have passion. AI doesn't have compassion either. And they never will. They can't replicate those things. And we're divine, we're sovereign, and we're free. And you can't duplicate or replicate that. You can't even really imitate that in any laboratory. AI will lose. AI will always be a very capable servant, but it will never be our master, because we're divine, we're sovereign, we're free, and it ain't. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you want to debate me about it because of your great knowledge, show me your 46 billion, show me your Alibaba, and I'll listen to you above the guy that's got that. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen. I felt like I should do the face right now, but that's Rocky's thing. Let's go to the chat room real quick. I need to go to dinner tonight. Oh, boy. Do I want to? No. But it's part of being in a relationship and doing things that you'd always want to do. It's part of the love quotient, isn't it? It's part of exchange and abundance, isn't it? Absolutely. It's part of practicing what you preach. Ooh, how about that? Who knows? Who knew that we could weave that in? I have an idea that there might be some cross people in the chat room, but that's okay. That's okay. Some people might be cross, but let's go ahead and look at the questions that are here. AI is losing already, says Delaney. I agree 100%. Let's see. AI will lose. They have no soul and they're not connected to source. Thank you, Carol. I agree with that. Cautious Observer says it has no creativity. I agree with that. AI can only be as smart as its creator, says Anita. I believe in that as well. I think we're taking it back, says Lisa. I do too. Let's see. Ancient Chinese secret. That's funny. Oh my. I've seen this article. Good. I'm glad you're actually taking a look at some things. I'm really liking Mr. Ma. I kind of like him. Love is the drug that AI cannot ingest, says Lost in Space. I agree with that. Let's see. Machines don't possess curiosity. Curiosity breeds innovation, says Jama. I believe that. Thank you for that. I like how it sounds, but I cannot afford that he could be misleading people. Well, when you're sure, let me know. They can only mimic. Absolutely, that's right. They can only mimic. Let's see. What about the movie, dude? It's a movie. Let's see. If you have no discernment, you're asleep. I agree with that. Let's see. What do we got here? Cloners don't duplicate. Okay. Clean your pineal. That'll be a good idea. That's always a good idea. I like the unindoctrination movement. Too many truthers still stuck in the fear, guilt, and control matrix. The vast majority of them. Let's see. I think somebody's trying to talk about Yalda Bayoff. Would narcissists classify as machines? No. Why did you use my basting brush? I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. We are family. Yes, we are. Very encouraging. One flame of fire. Thank you. If we can't help ourselves first, we can't help anyone else, says Girl with No Name. I like that. I'm going to have to rewatch this. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, from old Australia. Nice to see you. We got a Michael Jackson reference. How about that? I came up with a solution to pay China back, sell weed. I'm not sure what that means. They're all reptilians. Let's see. Hey, Jeff, much love and overflowing favor. Thank you, Nick. It is possible we're already being run by AI. No, it's not. I'm not being run by AI, so we aren't. Maybe you are, but we aren't. We're not being run by AI. AI will work with itself. Humans work as a team. Yes, we do, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got for today. I just wanted to give you a message of hope. Wanted to give you a message of inspiration. So many people so afraid AI is going to take over. It's already taken over. We're going to be in trouble, and we're all going to die. We're all going to be serving machines. No, don't buy it. They cannot do what we can, and they'll never be able to. So as long as we remember we're divine, sovereign, and free, and as long as we get busy, we will be able to win. Somebody said to me today, sent me a nasty email. And by the way, because on my email I have histories written by the winners. Let's win today and build a better tomorrow. By the way, the reason that history is written by the winners is because they conquer and they lie and they get, well, no shit, dumbass. Thank you, Captain. Dumbass, obvious. I'm obviously saying we're going to be the winners and we're going to take over and we're going to write the real history of how people figured out they were divine, sovereign, and free, got busy, kicking ass, taken names, defeated the matrix, and restored the love quotient and the exchange of abundance into this dimension. We may be in 3D, but it ain't for me. It's failing, and we're getting stronger every day. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, reminding you we're the last generation of real humans, and we're the next generation of real winners. All we got to do is get busy.